So I would like to welcome our ladies to the panel 4 about the acceleration program for women entrepreneurs that we've had within the scope of BIC Africa. So you have tonight with us Danielle Anderson, CEO of Step and Stone, and also our expert storyteller in the acceleration program that we did within BIC Africa. We have also Afomia Andualam, CEO and co-founder of Agelgil Eco Packaging from the third cohort this year. We have Anazra Mohamed, founder of Comoros Moringa from the third cohort this year as well. And finally, Joyce Wecheke, co-founder of Drips Purified Drinking Water from this year's cohort. So welcome, ladies. So I will be asking you questions. So firstly, Danielle, I would like to address you. So could you please introduce yourself and also tell us about your story? So what it is that made you motivated to help women entrepreneurs in Africa, specifically in Kenya. Please, could you pass
this one? Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Well, it's a long story, so I'll try to keep it very, very brief. My decision to move to Kenya was kind of agnostic to my decision to supporting women entrepreneurs. I am a business coach and strategy consultant. I started my business actually in the UK back in 2013 and then had an opportunity to relocate to Nairobi in 2016. At the time, my business model actually wasn't focused specifically on women in business, but more generally for any gender. But what ended up happening was in 2018, I started a second business, which was called the AfriLove Connection Club, which was specifically a networking club for women, for female founders in Kenya. And because of that opportunity, my network of women entrepreneurs grew exponentially. And it made sense to then shift my business model to focusing specifically on women rather than on everybody. So that's the short version.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for that, Danielle. So my next question would be, so you've been working in this field now for somewhat over 10 years. So what are the common trends? What are the challenges that you see when you're working with these women? In what areas are they struggling? So perhaps if you could respond. Yeah. It's not working?
You can hear me? Yeah? Okay, great. Apart from the common things that we've spoken about all afternoon, access to finance exists everywhere. It's not just a Kenya-specific situation. So I would say that where I see women struggling more so than perhaps men, one area is in the area of confidence. All of the women that I work with have some sense of what is known as imposter syndrome. They feel as though they're not meant to have the accolades that they have, that they're not meant to grow in the way that they have, that they don't have the right to be in a big group of people like this and to be maybe even on this panel, that there's an extreme lack of confidence that exists and kind of exacerbates itself just because of being in a patriarchal society. I think that's one. The second is definitely the area of managing both home life and work life. And more so than our European counterparts, I think culturally there's expectations for the women to be looking after the children and also after their elderly parents, or maybe not even elderly, but just, older generations. And trying to balance all of those things simultaneously is very difficult. And we even noticed it in our acceleration program all 3 years that it's been running, having babies that are joining us on the call because their mothers are juggling with breastfeeding and running a business. So I think that's definitely an area that men don't face as much as us women do, the need to be able to balance those things. I won't say access to finance because that's one, like I said, is everywhere, but more access to opportunity. So perhaps they haven't had the same education opportunities growing up as their male counterparts, but also access to professional opportunities. Even things like this event, which is happening in the middle of the day, is great, but the networking that takes place is going to happen at the end of the day. And I, for one, am rushing home to put my baby to sleep. So just being able to have access to professional opportunities is much more difficult because they tend to happen at night or even indeed on the weekends. And then the final thing that I would definitely say is an area that I see affecting pretty much every woman that I've worked with is this concept of burnout. And burning out is something that is, I don't want to say it's inevitable in entrepreneurship, but it's definitely something that is very prevalent because we're trying to do everything, managing all of these different priorities that I mentioned before, and doing so at the sake of our own mental and physical and emotional well-being. Those are just a few.
Thanks a lot. That's very, very insightful. So my question would be, without giving away your secret sauce, what are some of the tools that you give to the women to feel like they're in control and to succeed in their business?
I think that's a great question. Thanks, Christina. I think for earlier stage business owners, the tools that I provide are really around business model development, ensuring that the model that you've created is one that is not only sustainable, but that actually fulfills them as well, because without that fulfillment, it's very difficult to keep going when all of the odds are somewhat stacked against you. And then also providing those same services to incubator and accelerator programs through curriculum design and delivery, giving them business skills, because when you don't know all the things that you don't know, it can become really overwhelming. So primary skills in business. For later stage entrepreneurs that have maybe been around for a couple of years and they have a model that's somewhat working, the services that I provide to them are much more around strategy development and execution. So ensuring that the strategy that they've developed is one that can continue to grow for them without making them burn out in the process. So how can they reclaim their time? How can they get the right support around them with their teams? How can they make more sales and therefore grow their businesses in a more sustainable way?
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Danielle, for being
Thanks,
here with
Christina.
us tonight.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
So secondly, I would like to address you, Afomia. So you co-founded an eco-packaging company, so producing biodegradable and compostable packaging from agricultural byproducts. You have also a background in electrical engineering and management. So my question to you is, what has inspired you to create this business?
Thank you, Kirsty. Hello, everyone. My name is Afomia. I'm currently serving as CEO at Agalgil Packaging. So as you say, I have electrical engineering and management background. But my role in Agalgil align with chemical engineer since I invest much of my time in laboratory, doing various researches, like doing various tests to enhance the quality and also to have the best formula for our co-packaging product. Of course, having electrical engineering background also helped me to participate in designing and developing machineries that are currently in use in our production process. Regarding my inspiration to co-found Agalgil Co-Packaging, when we were students, we were selling another product which is different from packaging, but it doesn't go far because we face a challenge to access packaging. And then we totally stopped the operation and start thinking to how we can come up with a solution for this problem. And then during this time, our university announced Business Innovative competition, and we got a chance to participate, and we won, and got a chance to join the incubation center, and this allows us to change our business idea to saleable products. So currently, Agalgil is operating in a small scale, and we are trying to connect the opportunities to scale up our production capacity to 3 tons per day. And we are 6 co-founders from different educational backgrounds. That's the best thing about, one of the best things about Agalgil. And through this journey, we went different international and national competitions. That helps us to operate in this scale. And we are also able to sign agreements with different potential customers and international partners. And we also, for raw material supplies also, we work with individual farmers, farmer unions, and also research centers.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Afomia. So maybe you can just summarize to us what you think is really unique about your packaging solutions, what makes it different from your competitors, perhaps?
Yeah, it's free market, so the competitors will be there, and somehow competition is healthy. But as Agilgil, our packaging products are produced from agro waste or agricultural byproduct, and alternatively we use water isocyanates with virtually zero waste production process, which is effective and cost effective and efficient. That also saves energy and time. At the end, it's decrease the production cost, and that makes our product to be affordable. And we also prioritize compostability and biodegradability in our products. And our products are not only designed to be eco-friendly only, but also to be durable and also have a good performance. Uh, and sorry, yeah. So we also work closely with our clients for customization and also for further innovation. So this is our key competitive advantage. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I think we see overall that sustainable packaging is a really big issue, and many companies are still utilizing unsustainable methods. So, for example, packaging that is too large or utilizing materials that are not recyclable. So is there any specific way of how you encourage businesses and your target customers to turn towards using environmentally friendly packaging?
Yeah, sustainable packaging is a critical concern as it's one of our mission to encourage manufacturers and consumers to use environmental friendly packaging. So the first thing we are trying to do is to be an example of specifically for paper and packaging industries. So we follow clean and 100% tree-free production process. So generally, the packaging users consider these three things: accessibility of the packaging, affordability, and if they are doing a business, they want to also make sure their profit margin is safe. So we use different analysis to demonstrate this for the customers, especially for exporters. As the study shows, 44% of the global population prefer to use a sustainable brand, including people in this room, I guess. So using unsustainable packaging automatically means we are not considering this group of markets. So if we use sustainable packaging, we can consider this percent group as a market and also increase the revenue while we are also responsible for the environment. And especially for exporters, using the sustainable packaging is a selling point because if they use a sustainable packaging for their products to bring their product to the market, so they can target this percent of group. And the other excise tax, I don't know about the other country, but in Ethiopia we have such policy. If you import or produce such products, you have to pay additional tax. So by using sustainable packaging, they can deduct this cost.
Okay.
So usually we use this kind of analysis and pointers to convince our customers, clients to work with us.
Great, thanks a lot. Thank you, Afamia, for being here with us and coming from Ethiopia to join this panel. So thanks a lot. So on to our next panelist, Nazra Mohammed, founder of Comoros Moringa, joining us from Comor. So Nazra, you're creating high quality food and cosmetic products based on moringa and other medicinal plants. Could you please share with us what inspired you to start this business?
Thanks, Christina. Allow me first to express my gratitude for providing me with the chance to take part in this prestigious panel. Well, my inspiration for starting this business stems from deeply personal experience. In 2017, I lost my father to a range of chronic health conditions, including diabetes, high cholesterol, and hypertension. So this loss made me reevaluate my own life and purpose. And I became passionate about finding ways to help people, not just in Comoros, but around the world, improve their lifestyle and well-being by being more mindful in what they consume and use in their daily lives. After several research, I started to take a serious interest in medical plants and their incredible potential to enhance people's health. So, you know, in Comoros, the moringa plant grows abundantly. So, but we can say that every Comorian has at least one moringa tree in their garden. However, this valuable resource was underutilized. So I immediately thought it was an opportunity to promote these plants and its numerous health benefits. And it's from there that the Comoros Moringa adventure begins.
Thank you so much. Thank you for explaining and sharing your story with us. So maybe just another question. How is it in particular, can you tell us how your products are innovative, like the innovation aspect of them?
Absolutely. What makes our products, I think, unique is how we blend the healthy benefits of moringa with the delicious and special taste of other plants from Comoros, such as ilang-ilang, vanilla, cloves. We recently, for example, created a brand called Noringa that we can show here. That is truly distinctive in the world of moringa products. So Noringa product is not only provide the numerous health of benefits of moringa, but also incorporate moringa, Comorian agricultural treasure. And for instance, for example, our moringa coffee flavor with vanilla offers a unique and refined coffee experience that's both flavors and healthy. This innovation is what differentiates us from competitors, I think. So while moringa products are available globally, or fusion of moringa with essence of Comorian plants has created a niche that adds an exotic twist to a health-conscious lifestyle.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks to you.
And so on to our final fourth panelist, Joyce Vacheke. So Joyce is joining us actually from Kenya tonight. And as said before, she was part of our third cohort for the acceleration program for women entrepreneurs. So my question to you, Joyce, your background is in IT. So it makes us curious, what is it that inspired you to actually co-found Drips Purified Water, a business that is focused on providing access to clean and safe drinking water to individuals and communities in need. Could you please share your story with us?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name's Joyce Washeke Mwangi, and yes, like you said, I'm an IT professional. But what I don't know if I can say it's an inspiration. Just like Francisca told us, it's a personal occurrence that had happened to our son. We moved to stay in Wangige, for those who know the place. And he used to drink we basically used to use the tap water, which basically it's from the borehole. So by the time we realized my son's teeth were all discolored. And I didn't know what had happened anyway. So when we went to the dentist, the first question he did ask was, "Do you guys live in Kiambu County?" I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm asking, do you guys live in Kiambu?" I was like, "Yes." "In Wangige?" "Yes." "Then this is the reason why." I was, "Why? Are you people using the borehole water?" We said, "Yes." "Then this is the reason as to why." So that was actually the reason as to why my husband and I started the business, because we were told to not use the water again. We had to buy the purified water, and when we at home back then, that was around 2019, 2020. Buying water from the supermarket, it's expensive. And mind you, that is the same water we are told to drink and use for cooking. So I was like, this is very expensive. Are there any refilling stations around? No. So that's the idea that came up, because the place that we used to stay, there were so many. But in Wangige, apparently there weren't any water refill stations for purified water. So we started doing the research, the machines, the purification machines, what is needed, what to do, and yeah, so that's how it started. So, yeah.
Thank you, thank you. It is really touching, and thank you for sharing your story with us. So my question would be, how many communities do you currently serve, and are you in the process or thinking of scaling up your business further?
Because we opened the business in 2020, of course, during COVID, we're also new to the town. None of us has had any experience in water, whatever. So introducing this to the market, it was a bit of a challenge. Introducing this to the customers, of course, it was a bit of a challenge, but we thank God he did pick it up. So currently we are only serving the town, but of course we are willing to expand. We want to expand, because currently we are getting good feedback from the current customers, for all those who come to buy to our shop. So we are getting good feedback. So yes, we are willing to expand to other towns, other neighboring towns, and yeah.
Thanks a lot. And finally, maybe last question. So do you have any insights on how we can inspire other business owners or leaders to be motivated to put actually social impact at the forefront of their missions and businesses?
The social impact is very important to the leaders, to the business owners. We can, one way of doing it, we can do through leadership. This is by being as an example to other business owners, to other business leaders. That's one of the ways we can be able now to start prioritizing on the social impact on the basic businesses that we are doing. Another thing, networking, like the way we are here, all of us. Networking, social gathering, events where we share ideas, we share challenges, we share business solutions and all that. Also, we, as business leaders, as business ownerships, as leaders, we can also be able to document some of the measurable profits that another business can get, probably to show others. Because of the documentation, you can now be able to show others that, hey, these are some of the benefits that come by, these are some of the opportunities that come around.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here with us, to all of you, and representing women in this panel. So now we will move on to the closing session, I believe. So I would just ask for a big round of applause for the ladies.